Hey everybody, John here. True crime podcast, Finding My Brother's Killer, part 3 of the Autopsy. This has been a rough one. Okay, so now when somebody dies in New Mexico, two teams go out. The police have an investigatory team, a person with a camera who goes out and photographs the crime scene. At the same time, the office of the medical examiner sends out a comparable person to go and take photographs for the medical examiner. There's a lot of overlap. Okay, how many times can you take pictures of the front door? This kind of shit. Anyway, in this case, that examiner's name is OMI Tech Sierra Witherspoon. Okay, now, where to start with her? So, I, as part of the autopsy report, was able to get a copy of the photographs taken at my brother's apartment by Sierra Witherspoon. And two of them are crazy bug shit, like over the top. And we will discuss them in a minute. But I want to discuss a couple of things with you. Everybody comes through the door at about, let's say, 11 o'clock, for lack of anything else. OMI Tech Sierra Witherspoon took her bundle of photographs at 10 after 11 or thereabouts. All right? And then she took 30 photographs at 10 after 11 and went on and helped with the investigation, blah, blah, blah. At 1 o'clock, they are putting my brother's body into the van. And I'll show you, maybe I got to think about it, but I may show you a picture of the body going in the body bag going into the back of the van, because the timestamp is very important, because that's when the show is over. That's when everybody basically is going home. That's when the cops have turned out the lights, taken down the tape. They're heading for the door, okay? And yet they are. Okay, so here's what happened. As they are loading my brother into the van, Sierra Witherspoon sneaks back and goes into the apartment to take 2 more photographs. Okay? 2 more photographs. I gotta pause for a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a break for a few minutes. Now, before I show you this first picture, I made a mistake. This first picture was part of the bundle that OMI Tech Sierra Witherspoon took at, I don't know, 11 o'clock, whenever she first got in there. Now, how do I know that? Because I looked at the timestamp of the photo in the metadata. I looked at that. So, now, before I show you this, one last thing. When Andrea and I first met Desiree Pacheco out in front of my brother's apartment the day we went to go clean out his apartment, the very first thing she said was, I was in there and I saw no sign of blood spatter or pooling on the floor. And we thought that was kind of odd and didn't really understand why she would say that, and brushed it off. And then I saw this photo. Now, you're thinking, was that a bleach bottle? And the answer is yes, that's a bleach bottle on the top of the garbage. Right there, the last thing that would have gone in. Right after you had finished cleaning up? I don't know. Now, let me say this. I'll be 60 next month. That means I've been doing my own laundry or associated with it for 42 years. Ever since I moved out and went to college, I played one role or another in doing my laundry. And I will tell you, as I will tell you now, there's a bottle of bleach underneath the stove over there with the rest of our laundry stuff. When we go do our laundry, as my brother would where he lived, when we go do our laundry, the laundry stuff will go from here to there. And if it gets used up there, then the container will be left there. The bleach container always gets thrown out in the garbage at the laundromat. It never gets to come back and go in the top of the garbage the night you get killed. Okay? It looks pretty suspicious. Now, let me show you the last photo. And the last photo is, oh my God, it's a smoking gun. The last photo is shocking. It's over the top. The last photo was taken right as everybody was getting ready to leave. She ran back to the apartment and said, I got to take one more photo. She went back. Now remember, my brother's credit card is still in use to this day. Somebody is still fucking with his credit, spending and making payments and just living his life that way. So let me show you this Let me show you this picture now. Yeah. What about that? What about that? She went back and took a picture of his fucking credit card, took it out of his wallet, put it down on the ground, and took a picture of it. And that was the last picture she took in the apartment. And then she left. So now, in my book, you have two suspects. See you in the next episode. John out.